Well, shemai everyone. I'm delighted to be here today with a new kit from Thoughtful Studio, from Marie at Thoughtful Studio, and it's a lovely autumnal kit called Under the Canopy with Tessa. And when I first saw the colours, they're not cute colours I usually use. I'll be honest with you there. I don't often make very many autumnal sort of layouts, but I must be honest, when I was printing them out, and I've only printed a selection, I haven't printed the full lot out, because I think I've said before, that is the beauty of printing your own kits. You can print off whatever you like. You can print it all, you can print some of it off, you can print off your favourite sheets a few times. And what I've actually done, I've created some of my own embellishments with the kit by digging out my very, very underused, I can't find the other one at the moment, Tim Holtz Sizzix dies. So I've got this one, which is tattered pine cones, and I also used tattered leaves. And excuse me while I rummage around. There it is, tattered leaves then as well. And I must be honest, I've come up with a little bit of an idea and I'm hoping it's going to work. And the colours actually work so beautifully together. I must be honest, Marie is an expert. She puts the most gorgeous colours together. And in a way, it's good to work outside your comfort zone now and again, isn't it? So because it was called Under the Canopy, I had taken this photo, and I think this was autumn last year, the beginning of autumn, because as you can see, the trees are still quite green. And I loved like the mistiness in the background. And this to me is a perfect autumn morning. And this is actually in the woods behind where we're building our house. So it's quite a special place to us anyway. So I haven't done a live, when I say live, I mean not a voiceover one, scrapbook page for ages. So we're going to give it a bit of a go. I thought this Vicky Boutin stencil would work quite nicely, and I'm going to use some brushed corduroy distress oxide and peeled paint distress oxide. I'm going to give this a little bit of a go. So if you haven't yet had a little look at the Thoughtful Studio Etsy page, there are some stunning kits on there, and I'm so delighted because I've got one of the exclusive Christmas kits. You will not be disappointed because the colours are so gorgeous, and so are the designs, and they're all hand drawn by Marie. She's incredibly talented, and the Facebook group is full of lovely welcoming girls that are really keen to share their ideas, that are incredibly talented as well. So as you can see, I've just mixed those together. I'm just going to do the same sort of thing over this side. I went for a sort of geometric really, because I was thinking of like tall trees. I'm just going to mix them all in. I think I'm using all the wrong inks in the wrong, all the wrong brushes and things like that. So I just wanted to give it a little bit of something extra, because I'm actually going to do my design across here. I'm going to use one of the lovely quotes, and I'm going to use some of my leaves. I'm just going to throw that stencil in the corner ready to be cleaned. So I'm going to, this is such a lovely one here. It's like a muted green, like a sage green. So I'm going to I wanted to have a strip of it across here. Now because I've printed it on A4, it doesn't quite reach. That's okay, because you won't see the join when I add the things on top. I better do this the same width, otherwise you will certainly see the join. So I'm going to go, I think I'll go for 4.5 inches. There we go, and I'm going to cut another strip then. 4.5 again. I'm going to trim down the sides then. So I tend to print my photos and these stunning papers onto, this is canvas effect paper, that I get off Amazon, but obviously you can use whatever papers or card you like to buy. I tend to use compatible inks in my printer, so as you can see they print beautifully even with cheapy inks. You can buy them ready printed as well, and I'll put a little link below to the Etsy store, and also I shall give you a discount code, because if you use the code then you'll save a little bit of money, which is always nice. And Marie has distributors in the US and in the UK, which is perfect. So I'm going to stick this piece across here now, and I'm using my ATG. We're friends again now. We had a little bit of a falling out because she kept on getting gunked up, so I took it all apart, gave her a really good clean, and she works an absolute treat now. I'm going to trim this down in a second. Let me just check. Does this... I'm trying to match it up a bit, but that's okay because my quote card's going across there anyway. Just check have I got... Yes, that is the right width. There we go. So I'll just trim that section off. And as you can see, I've covered some of the stenciling up. I just wanted the effect and the sort of the autumnal sort of colours. I must be honest, you can feel that autumn is in the air now. So there's my photo. And I'm going to use the quote which says, "Autumn is a second spring where every leaf is a flower." I absolutely love autumn. I don't know whether it's because I know that you're getting up to that, you can cutch down. Now, if you're not Welsh, cutching is like a special sort of Welsh sort of cuddle, but it also means if you're cutching down, you're wrapping up and keeping warm. So I'm going to put my quote card. As you can see, I haven't put glue towards the top or the bottom because I'm going to tuck my ephemera in there. Let's just make sure I've got it straight, which I don't think I have. I love this one as well, Inhale Deeply. I just love that because sometimes, especially at the moment, with the way the world is, and also certainly the way school is, with so many restrictions on us and everything, sometimes you just need to breathe and just calm yourself down, isn't it? I didn't know whether to... No, I don't think I'm going to add that little bit of orange in. I'm going to keep these little green strips and just layer those up behind, just like this. And then, as I say, I've got lots and lots of the leaves that I've cut out, but also there's always a bit of an ephemera pack with the kit and lovely quotes and things like that. So at least then you have got a full kit that your husband needn't know about because it's delivered to your computer, not to the door. Excuse my croaky voice, you can always tell when I've gone back to school, because for the first few weeks it takes my voice a little bit of a while to get back into it. I'm going to use this one here, which is covered in toadstools. I didn't have any toadstools in my picture. It says growing roots. And I'm going to use it as a bit of a matting piece, because that's the other thing as well. Because of the fact you can print more off, you can sort of try new things with it as well. There we go, like that. And then I'll show you, I've used the papers and I've cut a selection of leaves, but I've even, because I've been quite stingy, this one, as you can see, cut off, I didn't have quite enough. But that's okay, because once you layer it underneath something, as long as I cover that bit up, it'll still give you the full effect. So I'm going to lay my photo on a bit of foam, but I'll leave space behind them. I think I'll cut another little bit off there. I'm going to leave space behind to stick some leaves. There we go. As I say, the Christmas kits are looking stunning. I can't wait to start playing with them. And I think this year, after it's been such a bizarre sort of year, we need something to look forward to, don't we? And crafting at Christmas, for me, that's the best way to calm down and de-stress. So I'm going to put my little inhale deeply down here. And that's actually got little green bugs. I think they're like little green, look a bit like ladybirds. There we go. I love the sentiment of that because that is so perfect for the world right now. Now then, I've fussy cut some of these, like the toadstools and things like that out. And I'm going to, if I can open my glue, I'm going to just add a little bit of glue to the stems because I want a little bit of dimension and movement. I don't want it to look too flat. So if I add it to my stems, I can curl them up a little bit then. I tried to make the Tim Holtz tattered pine cone, but I think you need a degree in engineering for that. I couldn't get my addled brain around that at all. So I used some of the florals, the pine cone florals, but the pine cone itself went in the bin, sadly. Sorry, Tim, I'm not selling your products very well, but I just couldn't get my brain around it. It's probably really easy, but not for me. So as you can see, I'm just layering all these lovely little goodies up. And the nice thing is, you can use whatever punches and dies you've got and create your own embellishments. This was in the middle of, I think it was like a big circle, but I loved the flower on that. So I've cut the flower out. So I'm going to raise that up on foam pads. Actually, I'm going to stick some more of my leaves down. I'm getting all ahead of myself and excited here. This little orange leaf. And then, as I say, as you can see, this came off the edge. That's okay, because I'm going to layer that up with another one here. And I'll just cover all that up then. Waste not, want not. So I'm just going to build up 3 little clusters, really. I'm going to use this one on the side. My fingers and my knuckles are so sore at the moment, and people keep saying, oh, it's because you're doing all this labouring at the house. It's the hand sanitizer in school, even though majority of the time I choose to use soap and water. But there are some times when I've got to use the hand sanitizer and it's absolutely killing my hands. Goodness knows what it's doing to those little children. There we go. So I've just covered up the fact that I only had half a leaf. There. Oops. Throwing them everywhere. And as you can see, I've covered up lots of my stenciling, but I just wanted like little, like this little part down here sort of shows through, just to give it a little bit of added interest. And I wanted to do it at real time because sometimes it's hard to know how long a layout actually has taken somebody. Because I don't know about you, but some days I want to do a layout, but I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours doing it because usually I've got washing up to do or something like that. So sometimes it's just nice to show how quickly a layout can be done as well. And because obviously this kit is all put together for you, it saves you even more time. Because sometimes I take longer choosing all the pieces that are going to go together than actually doing the page. So there we are. I'm just going to stick my little flower. I think I'll stick it up here. And then that sort of draws your eye. I really need to start growing my nails. That draws your eye then to the sentiment up in the corner. Just sort of cover the fact that this leaf is in half. And then I'm going to finish off. I found some enamel dots. And I'm going to put a few of those on. Oh, I need to put this little leaf on because I wanted 3 pops of orange, of this little bright orange, and also it's better to have odd numbers of embellishments. So I'm going to use some of these little green ones. I'm just going to dot them around my little clusters. I've had these enamel dots in my scrap on my desk, actually, in a little pot for ages. I don't add too many. I tend to get a bit carried away sometimes, and it's sort of knowing when to stop, isn't it? And I've thrown about 1 million enamel dots on, probably. So I think I'm going to call it a day there. I love this photo, absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do, I've got the date on my camera, so I'll just stamp the date on that after. I'll do that off screen because guaranteed it'll be wrong if I do it on screen. So there we go. That's using the stunning printable collection from Marie at Thoughtful Studio. Like I say, I'll put the link to her Etsy store in the description box below, and I'll also put a discount code for you to use. It'd be fab if you could go and visit and perhaps download something, or you can also buy them ready printed and have them delivered to you. I thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you very soon. Hwyl fawr ffrindiau. Bye.